Today we are kicking off a new segment here on News 11. We've teamed up this summer with Jesse Rothacker with the Forgotten Friends Reptile Sanctuary to bring you a reptile report each week. This week, Jesse is answering your questions about snapping turtles.
Finally, the birds are chirping, the grass is growing, school buses, they've disappeared from our morning commute, and my wife is now buying sunscreen by the case. It must be summertime. It's my favorite time of year because my favorite animals in the world will spend a few short months above ground, giving us a rare glimpse into their magical existence. I'm talking about reptiles. Whether you have a passion for reptiles like I do, or you have nightmares about them like many people do, reptiles are an amazing part of our planet and they play an important role in our lives. For the next few months, we'll be exploring the reptile world together. You supply the photos and questions, and I'll give you my reptile report. This week, we're talking about a giant land invader who's covered in body armor and packs a powerful bite. It's one of Pennsylvania's most abundant reptiles. It's the common snapping turtle. Recently, I got a call from Nancy Musser in Lidditz, who had a snapping turtle digging in her garden. And Nancy isn't alone. I recently got this snapping turtle photo from Cub Scout Pack 54 while they were visiting French Creek State Park. And this snapping turtle was found right here in town, in Ephrata. Snapping turtles spend most of their lives in the water, but every May and June they decide to dry off for a few hours. Turtles are expert excavators. If you see one on dry land, especially if it's in your garden mulch like Nancy's was, they're probably about to take their maternity leave. Please take the advice I gave to Nancy Musser. Just relax and wait 24 hours. By the next day, the turtle will be like this one I saw on 322. They'll just hit the road. Don't be afraid of a snapping turtle. They're not aggressive, but they are defensive if you get too close. If you see one on land, think about your mom or your wife. Think about how tired she was when she had to give birth. I love you, honey. Imagine if she had to dig a huge hole in the ground on the way to the hospital. If you meet one of these giant reptiles digging in your backyard, she's about to lay dozens of these. So please give her the same love and TLC your mom deserved in her last trimester. When my kids were born at Ephrata Hospital, we did everything we could to make my wife comfortable. Well, almost everything. Our doctor was Dr. Irwin, and I did ask them both to pose with some of my Steve Irwin action figures. Great memories. So please remember, having a baby is exhausting work. Imagine being a mama snapping turtle and having dozens of them in the same day. Thanks for giving reptiles a chance. I'm Jesse Rothacker with your Reptile Report.
Now, if you have any reptile encounters or have a question for Jesse, you can contact him by texting photos to 717-330-3015 or emailing him at info@forgottenfriend.org or find him on Facebook or Twitter. Your pictures and questions could be used in his next reptile report, which will air each Friday in both the 5:30 and the 10 o'clock news shows through the summer months.